What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Shameless Watch Collector. The ALIEXPRESS anniversary sale has been going on for a few days now, and don't think that I haven't been keeping a close eye on everything for you guys. I've been hunting for the best deals, plus the most exciting new watches to drop on ALIEXPRESS, and I am so pumped to show you guys what I found. We've got something for everyone here, all budgets, styles, and wrist sizes. All of these will be affiliate linked in the description below, and let's go watch hunting during one of the biggest ALIEXPRESS sales of the year. Let's get into it. Let's start things off with the Thorn T028. This is the newest piece from Thorn, and oh my gosh, this watch is incredible. I personally believe that this is, without exaggeration, easily the best thing that Thorn has ever done, and this watch is going to be a game changer for all ALIEXPRESS brands, calling that now. This is very obviously a vintage style piece, but that extends all the way to the sizing here as well. This is a 37mm piece that's 46.6 lug to lug and 13.2 thick. So again, definitely on the smaller side for a diver, but I think that's Thorn going all in on this being a vintage themed piece. You're getting AR coated dome sapphire crystal covering the dial, a screw down crown and case back, and 200 meters of water resistance. Let's get to the several features that make this watch so special. First off, it's using the PT 5000 movement, a premium automatic movement with one of the smoothest sweeps out there. At this price point, that's always very exciting to see. Second, most of the case is 316L stainless steel, but you may have already noticed a different color on the outer bezel. That is bronze. So part of this watch is going to patina and age over time. Yet another awesome touch, making this feel even more vintage and giving this watch a lot more character. And I don't think I've ever seen bronze placed only there in a bezel on an ALIEXPRESS watch, and I absolutely love it. Next, and this would be my only complaint about this watch, as premium and high quality as that 316L stainless steel bracelet feels, those outer screws are nearly impossible to remove. This is easily the most difficult bracelet to resize I've ever experienced. And if you look it up online on places like Reddit or reviews of watches that use this, you'll see that I'm no exception. I actually gave up my last Thorn watch that uses this link style and replaced it with a strap with something else, which is a huge shame because if you can figure it out, this is a really great bracelet otherwise. However, I think Thorn is showing some self-awareness here. I'm assuming they just ordered a bunch of these and they have to work through them. Hopefully they go away in the near future. But with this watch, they're also including a Horween leather strap that is going to look incredible on this watch. So I'm going to give the links a shot when I get this, but it's great to know that they're shipping a backup with it. And finally, my favorite thing about this watch by far, and something that I have never seen on ALIEXPRESS. If you aren't a fan of the vintage worn effect on the bezel insert, don't worry. This watch features an interchangeable bezel insert along with two extra bezel inserts, one in black and one in bronze, while the watch ships with the lighter, aged-looking one. So when you purchase this watch, the only thing you need to decide on is whether you want a black dial or a brown dial. And you can make this watch look so different by swapping the bezel inserts provided. This is such a genius idea from Thorn, and makes it a must-own for me. And I think this is something we're about to see a lot of other companies follow suit on, which I'm going to welcome with open arms. And if your mind isn't already blown enough, this piece is available for just $170 right now. What a massive win this piece is for Thorn. This is the most excited I've been about a piece from ALIEXPRESS in a long time, and one I cannot wait to get my hands on. And this is a piece that looks to be an early candidate for the 2026 ALIEXPRESS SWC Watch of the Year. Second on the list, we have the Berny AMT159MS. If you're looking for an internal bezel watch with incredible quality and prices that are impossible to argue with, I don't think anybody can beat Berny. And what is most exciting about Berny over the past year or so is how much that they have refused to be complacent, always pushing to improve their watches, deliver new and original designs, and even stretch their boundaries when it comes to wild designs. But let's talk about their brand new AMT159MS, which is them taking their popular and beloved internal bezel diver style and leveling up, well, everything. First off, Berny is one of the places where you'll find titanium most often on ALIEXPRESS, and this watch is no exception. You're getting a full titanium case here, with an option between a full titanium bracelet or a canvas strap, and only a $10 difference in price. The titanium is obviously the more expensive option, and it only comes in at 117 grams total, which is really solid for a full titanium watch. The titanium itself looks gorgeous with its matte gray finish, so you're getting strength, lightness, and aesthetics. You also have sapphire crystal with inner AR coating, 2 crowns, one of which rotates the inner bezel, while the other is a screw-down crown that handles the time and date setting. You also have a screw-down case back, 200 meters of water resistance, and a super cool and unique multicolor loom structure. This watch also uses a movement that you don't see Berny use very often, the Seagull ST1612. What this movement also helped with was fixing one of the biggest issues with Berny watches in the past. Pretty much my only complaint about them has been a lot of their pieces were really bulky, and I often found myself smacking them against stuff. This watch is incredibly thin for an automatic internal bezel Berny, however, coming in at only 12.5mm thick with a 41.5mm diameter. And finally, as if all this wasn't already enough, you get that stunning textured dial, available in a wide selection of amazing colors. A lot of the new Berny pieces are introducing textured dials, and I'm so here for it. And this one is easily my favorite so far. I'm not exaggerating when I say Berny leveled up quite literally everywhere here, and that includes the value. You can get the canvas strap for around $125, while the full titanium piece is only $135. In my opinion, that makes it unquestionably one of the best value watches in the world right now. Hats off, Berny. Man, AliExpress is on fire right now. Let's keep it rolling with another new and exciting release, the Seestern S382. This one definitely strays quite a bit from the usual Seestern design style, and a little closer to their big brother company suggests. But I'm not complaining in the slightest, as this is one of the best value Seestern pieces out there, and such a beautiful and elegant piece. This is a 38mm diameter watch, powered by the Seagull ST1701 movement, and it's unbelievably thin for an automatic watch, coming in at only 9.5mm. It's also crazy light, only 60 grams, so this is going to feel like nothing on your wrist. The case is 316L stainless steel with a leather strap, sapphire glass, and loom on the hands and outer indices. You get that simple and classy dial design with a second subdial and that calligraphy below the logo that Seestern has been using a lot lately, and I'm a huge fan of, and a ton of incredible dial colors to choose from, all of which bring totally different personalities to this watch. And I don't think any of these are misses, not even close. I don't even know which one I prefer. They're all great looking. And let's wrap this up with what I think is the most exciting thing about the S382. This is a Seestern priced under $100, currently available for around $95. Next up, let's look at the new Martin SN0144. In my AliExpress brand guide series, I had San Martin as a brand I was concerned about going into 2026, but I knew they had the tools and ability to turn it all around. And the SN0144 is an overwhelmingly good sign of things to come from them. This is a 39mm diameter watch, 46.5 lug to lug, and only 10mm thick. In my opinion, this is exceptional sizing for a watch this style with a dial like that. Big enough to show it off, but thin enough to wear balanced. As always with San Martin, the materials are top of the line. 316L stainless steel case and bracelet, brushed and chamfered with polished accents, with an on-the-fly micro-adjustment clasp, sapphire glass with AR coating, screw-down crown and case back with beautiful engravings, 100 meters of water resistance, and interestingly, no loom. I'm assuming that's because they're now printing the hour markers and logo on the watch with a gorgeous process that is giving a 3D oil-pressed look. Plus, they're using their new curved hands that they claim, quote-unquote, harmoniously blend elegance with the art and light and shadow, whatever that means. So I guess there really wasn't anywhere to put the loom here. And honestly, who cares when the dial looks that good in the light? This is easily some of the most impressive and vivid mother-of-pearl work that San Martin has ever done, which is saying a lot if you know their other watches. But the spectrum of colors these dials are putting out is absolutely incredible, and the new sparkle dials are just as impressive as well. The Chinese characters as the hour markers are a great touch as well that I also really enjoy. And I say all the time that people aren't fans of the usual San Martin logo, so here you go. They ditched it on this one for their simple logo, which I also like. This watch is powered by the Miyota 90S5 automatic movement, another incredibly premium movement that you don't see often on AliExpress. This one also delivers a super smooth sweep along with that Miyota reliability. And just look at everything on this watch. Look at that bracelet, the mother of pearl, just my goodness. This is what I want from San Martin. Bracelets, dials, materials, and innovation that sets the standard for everybody else. But one thing that San Martin is not doing is getting any cheaper. This one is currently priced around $330. So if you're saving up for a piece like this, sales like the anniversary sale are when to strike. You can stack the larger coupons and get around $50 off watches like this one, and while that still isn't cheap at all, it's still crazy bang for your buck in the grand scheme of things. Let's keep it rolling with the Keaso H31. Keaso started to pop up quite frequently on this channel toward the end of 2025 on AliExpress list videos. They're an exciting new company that seems to be closely affiliated with Heimdallr and has offered simple but high quality dive watches at pretty hard to believe prices. The last time we talked about them, we wrapped up with our section saying that we were eager to see more from Keaso in 2026. And what do you know, it did not take long and they didn't disappoint. I don't know about you guys, but this is also just really fun. Getting to experience a brand new brand like this together and follow their growth and see where the direction goes, so let's continue to follow them closely. So let's take a look at what's changed and what stayed the same from the previous releases. Keaso has released 2 watches that I'm aware of in the past. Both are dive watches, but one used the Swiss 507 quartz movement and is sold out pretty much everywhere right now. I think I found one listing with it, which I'll leave linked, and their other is still available pretty much everywhere on AliExpress, and that one uses the Miyota 2105 quartz movement. This new piece, the H31, uses the Miyota 2115 quartz movement. It's a reliable, simple tick-tick quartz. So Keaso has now used 3 different quartz movements in 3 different watches. And just like the first 2 releases, this one has 200 meters of water resistance, a 316L stainless steel case and bezel, sapphire crystal, a screw-down crown and case back, a unidirectional rotating bezel with a really nice looking matte and polished insert, and a super bright BGW9 blue lume structure. The sizing is also staying in the same ballpark, with this one coming in at 39.5 millimeters in diameter, 47.8 lug to lug, and 12.6 thick. The only downside of this watch, and Keaso in general, is that we're still very limited in our dial color choices, with this one available in any color you want, as long as that color is black. That's the only thing that I've asked from Keaso in the past, and we've still yet to get, but I'm so eager for more dial color and texture variety from this company. However, this is the lowest priced Keaso piece yet, currently sitting at only $56 before any sale coupons or AliExpress coins. So with the Heimdallr quality you know you're getting here, a beautiful and timeless design, and as long as you don't mind the simple, albeit reputable, quartz movement, I think the value for Keaso has officially entered undeniably amazing territory. And since we're talking Miyota 2115 powered divers with undeniable value, let me hit you guys with this video's 3-for-1 special. The Addiesdive AD2513, AD2537, and the AD2089. Every time I've talked about these amazingly priced, crazy quality, awesome Addiesdive quartz divers on an AliExpress list video, I've had to bunch them together like this. And I've never shown these ones before, and I'll still have plenty of others to bunch together for the next time I talk about Addiesdive quartz divers, because they quite literally have an endless supply of these unreal value bangers. At their core, these are all essentially the same watch that only differ in aesthetics. Sizing all 3 is literally identical. 41 millimeters in diameter, 48 lug to lug, and 13 thick. Also what I consider prime dive watch sizing. Other features all 3 share include the 316L stainless steel on the case and bracelet, a screw and crown and case back, 200 meters of water resistance, BGW9 lume, mineral glass with blue AR coating, and the Miyota 2115 quartz movement. So it's really just a matter of which dial and texture style you're digging the most. Because other things I can guarantee you're getting with these watches are airtight bezels, deep and vivid colors and textures, and the best bracelet you've ever seen on a sub $50 watch. My only complaint personally is I do not like the new bezel insert style that Addiesdive is using on these at all. I think the number font is kinda ugly, and everything is just too big and obtuse. But if you guys know me and this channel at all, that's low-key a good thing. These are my favorite watches in the world to bezel insert swap with the ones that you can buy on AliExpress for like $5 or $10. They fit like a glove, and they totally transform the look of these. And in all 3 watches, the textures are incredible, and they're usually found on watches far beyond this price point. On the AD2513, you have that rough surface texture with a ton of depth, and they chose really good colors to go with it. I'm a big fan of the red one, and again, think about how much a different bezel color could totally transform the look of that one. The 82089 has a softer gradient effect that fades to black on the outer edges. This one is also the only one of the three that's available with a silicone strap option as well. This is another one where I'm really digging the red option, and I really like the orange as well. In my opinion, the AD2537 is the most exciting texture of the bunch. This is Addiesdive introducing a totally new sand dune texture into the mix, after, don't forget, being the ones who pioneered the look in the first place. This one looks to have far more depth than the previous texture as well, and the colors they chose give off a totally different dark sands feel compared to the brighter ones from the previous watches. The black one is catching my eye the most right now, and I actually just ordered it. I think I'm gonna go with the zombie bezel insert, but let me know in the comments what you think might look better, and if it gets enough likes, I'll do that instead. And one last thing that all these watches are very consistent with is the price. All three models are priced just barely above $50, with constant coin discounts available, as well as store coupons you can stack on top of the sale coupons. I got my AD2537 for $35 after fees and shipping. And before we move on entirely from Addiesdive, I have one more watch along the same lines that I mostly just wanted to show you guys out of curiosity and to get your opinions. Has anyone else seen the Addies MY2036 divers? To my knowledge, Addies is yet another sub-brand from Addiesdive, except while Addies Skin handles the more premium stuff, Addies looks to be the budget brand. So they did make sure to stay consistent with these sub-brands having just god-awful names. But this brand is interesting, and this is the first piece of theirs that has truly caught my eye. This is another Miyota 2115 powered diver, and you're still getting a 316L stainless steel case and BGW9 lume on the dial. However, we are going to downgrade pretty much everywhere else. A chin crown, ew, 50 meters of water resistance, but it says 30 in the dial, so who the hell actually knows? Probably best just like not to submerge it underwater at all. Mineral glass with no coating, a canvas strap with no metal options, and the dimensions are, they're weird. 44 millimeters in diameter, 49 lug to lug, and only 12 millimeters thick. So really good thickness, but why is it so massive around? Especially with this style. And speaking of style, I don't think we've ever seen Addiesdive attack the whole floose look, so it's cool to see that. And my favorite floose is the exuberant orange, so I'm glad they went with a lot of orange colors here. And I think the black and gold looks great as well. But at this point, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why I'm even showing you this watch right now. One that is objectively worse than the last three I just showed you. The reason is the price, my friends. The price. This watch is currently priced at $27. Yes, you heard that right. That is very hard to resist, even with that ugly Adidas looking Addies logo on it. I mean, they'll figure out the whole naming thing one day, right? Maybe. But until then, at least the watches are really pretty. Let's keep the terrible brand name theme going and take a look at Wishdoit's newest release, the WSD9932. I wonder why Wishdoit doesn't send me free watches. Okay, I think Wishdoit might be the most underrated brand on ALIEXPRESS right now though. And a lot of it I think is because of that name. I think a lot of people don't even look at their watches in the first place because they have one of the worst brand names on the planet, objectively. But remember, the brand name is off the watch now and replaced by just their logo, and they still are really pushing the limits of incredible textures, great materials, and insane value. Their new WSD9932 might be the best example yet. As always, they're delivering the specs, as this 39mm diameter and 12mm thick diver also includes 316L stainless steel on the case and bracelet, sapphire crystal, 150 meters of water resistance, along with the screw-down crown and screw-down backplate with some really nice engraved artwork. But the real star of the show here is the dial. Easily the best looking dial that Wishdoit has ever created that isn't a direct copy of the Islander Northport. This is a mother of pearl texture on a dial that has cracks throughout it, giving the whole thing so much depth and beauty. And they chose the perfect colors to bring this texture to life, with the blue unsurprisingly being the one that I can't stop drooling over. But overall, this is yet another watch in this list that I feel like is the best the brand has ever come up with. I'd say the only place where this watch's super premium feel falls a little short is the movement choice. This watch is powered by the Miyota 8215, which is certainly a reliable automatic movement made by a super reputable manufacturer, but that rotor can be a little bit noisy, as we saw in my Keaso TI7 review. However, Wishdoit continues to apologize to us for that name by just giving us some unreal value on these watches, as this one can currently be found for only $170. And if you're someone who has a pile of coins ready to spend on the right piece, Wishdoit listings are consistently where some of the best coin discounts can be found. How about we talk about a brand that we've never once mentioned on this channel before for our penultimate watch, with the Chameri GS05. Boy, I hope I'm saying that right. Chameri, I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments. So this is mostly speculation based on research, but I think it's always fun to mention this stuff, and honestly it gives me peace of mind a lot of the time. But I think this brand is closely related to Watchdives. When they first introduced themselves, they did it on the Chinese Watches subreddit, and it was with the Watchdives account. They also don't have their own website, but they can be purchased on the Watchdives and Chronos websites, which are two great companies to be associated with. So overall, I think we can trust these guys. And the GS05 is a perfect example of what Chameri does so well. Simple and elegant watches with proper materials like a 316L stainless steel case and case back, sapphire crystal with AR coating, and 50 meters of water resistance, which is plenty for a dress style watch like this. This one uses the BH31 sweep style seconds quartz movement, which is another thing that makes me think they're associated with Watchdives. And the two textures offered in this model are just incredible. Either that rough and deep surface that you also find on Watchdives watches and they call their tree pattern, or that beautiful sunray texture. Both equally gorgeous and both available in two different colors. Dimensions on this watch are great too, 40mm in diameter and only 10 thick. So this is definitely a watch you could wear out to somewhere nice, but also wouldn't feel bad wearing as a daily since it's only $65 on AliExpress right now. That's why these sub-brands feel like such a cheat code sometimes. It looks like you're getting Watchdives quality here, just on a leather band with a different name on the dial. As always, I like to wrap these up with one of the lowest priced pieces on this list, and that for this one is the Time Token T501 GS. So I'm going to keep this entry pretty short because my next video is actually going to be an in-depth review of this and another Time Token watch. Because some of you may remember that the last time we talked about Time Token on this channel, I said that someone was going to have to be the brave soul to buy a couple of these things. Well, guess what? I was that brave soul. I don't want to spoil too much for the review, and this definitely might be a shameless plug to hopefully make more of you watch those review videos, but obviously it wouldn't be in this list if that watch sucked. And I mean, just look at it. These are the photos that I took. The dial is gorgeous, and if you know this channel, you know I have a weak spot for those fruit style watches, so yeah, sorry. But this is definitely a great example of that style done well. And I will just run over the specs real quick. This is a 40mm diameter piece that's only 10mm thick with sapphire crystal over the dial and a really quality feeling leather band. You get 50 meters of water resistance, it's powered by the Miyota OS21 movement. And the real reason I wanted to specifically include this watch on this list, besides the shameless plug, is because of how much cheaper you can get this one than its listed price of around $60. I personally got mine from the super discount section under coins for 41% off using a coin discount. So after that discount, and during a less lucrative sale than the current one, I was able to get this piece for under $30 shipped to my front door after everything. Even if you can't find this under the super discount section, this is one that is consistently offering coin discounts of at least 20%. Combine that with the current sale coupons, and you too can get this watch for stupid cheap. And I don't think I'm spoiling anything about the review by saying that's a no-brainer. But stay tuned for the next video for a very in-depth look at this piece, if you're not quite sold yet, and the other one I'm going to show you there is even more exciting. So that's going to wrap it up for my AliExpress anniversary sale recommendations. Let me know in the comments what watches you picked up so far, and if you found anything in this video that you liked. Thank you guys so much for helping this channel reach 4,000 subscribers. Just insane. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm never going to stop telling you guys how much I appreciate all of your support, so thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget we'll be giving away another watch at 5,000 subscribers. I'll see you all very soon for the next video, but until then, Shameless Watch Collector, signing out. And always remember, it's not that serious.